Happy Monday, everybody in Unstuck. I just wanted to hop on and say hello and hope that you had an awesome start to your week. And I also wanted to share an easy exercise that I learned to help you dismantle fear. So fears keep us stuck, right? Fears keep us from moving forward. Fears keep us from taking risks. Fears keep us from so many things. And a lot of times it's irrational fears, or we're fearing things that most likely aren't going to happen. So here's a simple exercise that you can do to help put fear in its proper perspective and to encourage yourself to take risks. So whatever it is that you're fearing, whatever action that you're having a tough time mustering up the courage to do, I want you to think about what's the absolute worst thing that could happen. I mean, envision it going horribly wrong and just look straight in the eye the worst thing that could happen from taking that action. Now next, after you think about the worst thing that could happen, I want you to think about what most likely actually will happen. So let's say I'm going to use the example of going live in this group, because I also want to use this as an encouragement and a challenge for you guys to come out of your shell and to share some of yourselves and your story in this group. This group is only, you guys don't want to hear me talking all the time. This group is really intended for it to be a community, a place where we all learn from one another, we all support each other. It's no fun for me to talk at people, I want to talk with people. So let's just use the example of fear of going live in Facebook. So worst thing that could happen if you go live in this group is that you could fumble over your words and look like a complete fool and just be totally embarrassed. That's the worst thing that could happen. What most likely will happen is that you may feel a little uncomfortable, you may feel a little awkward, you may stumble the first time or first couple of times until you get it under your belt and comfortable. But let's look at the best case scenario, and this is the third thing to look at when you're afraid of doing something. What is the best possible case scenario if you tackle that thing that you fear, and how could you and other people be blessed by you conquering that fear? So in this case, if you go ahead and tackle the fear of going live in this group, I can tell you that I and everyone else in the group would be tremendously blessed to get to know a little bit more about who you are, what you're dealing with in life, what has you stuck or unstuck, what you're learning at this point in the journey. And so that is the little 1, 2, 3 exercise on fear. So what's the worst thing that could happen? What will most likely happen? And then what's the best thing that could happen? So take a look at those 3 steps whenever you're afraid to do something, and then just do it. That is my advice. And I look forward to seeing some of your smiling faces in videos. Just you know what? We'll make it easy. Just hop on, give your name, where you're from. Are you married? Do you have a couple kids? Just let us know what season in life you're in. We would love, listen to me say we, I would love to, I would love to hear from some of you. So that is it from me tonight. I hope you guys are doing well. I look forward to chatting soon.